They should. Dak played. He fulfilled his obligation. He played his rookie contract out. He played very well on that rookie contract. And now it's time for him to get paid, and they give all these reasons. Now, well, you know, and this is what happened, Jenny. When they strolled to that podium, Stephen and Jerry Jones in 2019 at the Combine, and they started, Dak's going to need to work with us. He needs to understand what a privilege it is and be grateful that he's playing quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys and all the opportunities. When Jerry Goff got that, I didn't hear Stan Kroenke say one word. When Carson Wentz, I didn't hear Jeffrey Lewis say anything. Now, you're not going to hear Clark Hunt, who owns the Kansas City Chiefs, you're not going to hear him say anything. You're not going to hear the owners of the Houston Texans say anything about Deshaun Watson needs to work with us, because they're not trying to drum up public support to make Dak look bad if he doesn't give them a hometown discount, what they've tried to do to Dak Prescott. And if I'm Dak, no, I'm not giving you a discount. You know why I'm not giving you a discount? And you know why I don't want to play on this franchise deal? One, Alex Smith. Jenny, let's just say for the sake of argument, he have this kind of injury. What do you think the likelihood of him ever getting another contract? Exactly. So that's why Dak, because what they're doing when anytime a team gives you a franchise tag, don't let them fool you. They're really betting against you because they want you to have a down year and hopefully the price comes down. That's what they're doing. If you haven't seen enough after 4 years, because what they tell you, when you take a guy in the first round, within his first 3 years, he probably should be in the Pro Bowl. Well, you've had 4 years of Dak. He's made 2 Pro Bowls, Rookie of the Year, and he's taken to 2 playoffs. If you don't know what he is by now, like Teddy Pendergrass said, if you don't know me by now, you will never, never know me.
So, allow me to say, I know Donovan McNabb, and I love Donovan McNabb, but I do not love what he said yesterday about my quarterback, Dak Prescott. Pay the man.
What did he say about it?
Pay him what, Donovan? Pay him how much, Donovan? Look, let me be clear about this to everybody watching out there. My man, Donovan McNabb, is taking a page out of my man, Shannon Sharp's Cowboys Haters Handbook. Pulling a page right out of it, because trust me on this, Donovan McNabb, for many years, was the starting quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, an arch rival of the Dallas Cowboys. Donovan was taught, he was trained to hate the Dallas Cowboys. And I got to tell you, I must admit this publicly, Donovan was pretty good against my Cowboys. He went career 12-9 against the Cowboys. He did lose his one playoff game against Dallas. That was at Jerry World, and he lost to Tony Romo in a postseason game. But you know what? I believe that made him hate the Cowboys even more. So, obviously, to me, this is kindergarten transparent. This is Shannon Sharp and now Donovan McNabb hoping that Jerry Jones will cave in and dangerously overpay a quarterback that they don't really love or believe in, so it will wreck the Cowboys' salary cap and ruin their chances of being better than the Eagles over the next maybe 5 years. I keep saying, pay the man what? The man and his new agent are asking for, I believe, $40+ million a year for just 4 years. It could be 42-ish. It could be a guaranteed $150 million over a 4-year period. It's too much. Jerry Jones, who has a reputation for overpaying, is finally saying, I'm sorry, that's too rich even for my blood. I overpaid everybody else, but this is quarterback money we're talking about. It's eons beyond what I overpaid Zeke, DeMarcus Lawrence, any of the offensive linemen. It's so much money that it will wreck the cap for the next 5 years if Dak can't live up to being Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson. And yet, I have to listen every day to a Shannon Sharp who has told me regularly, consistently here on Undisputed, that Dak Prescott is mediocre. He's not bad, but he's not great. He's somewhere in the middle of the pack of NFL quarterbacks. So let's say he ranks 15th or 16th. I got him at 10th after last year, which was a down year for Dak Prescott. 8-8, no Pro Bowl. I got him 10th. I still think he's he's a top 10 quarterback. But even I cannot endorse paying him top dollar. You can't pay him money that I think would even make the Kansas City Chiefs brass cringe and say, we can't pay Mahomes that much money. This would reset the whole market to a place that nobody wants to go to. And again, the reason that you didn't hear a peep from the Eagles or the Rams when they paid is because they overpaid. And it's almost like, I remember my mother saying to me one time when I said, well, everybody else is getting to do this. And she said, hey, if all the other mothers told their kids, go ahead, jump off the cliff, should I tell you to jump off the cliff too? Well, obviously not. So I'm telling Jerry, no, you can't jump off this cliff. But now I've got Donovan McNabb doing what Shannon Sharp does. Pay the man, wreck the salary cap, ruin the Cowboys for the next 5 years. And yet, Donovan McNabb, I'm calling your bluff on this. You made it to 5 NFC championship games. 5. Think about that. 5. It's a lot. Now, you only made it to 1 Super Bowl and you lost it, but at least you got there. Dak Prescott has won 1 playoff game in his career against 2 losses. He's never been past the divisional round. He won 1 playoff game at home at Jerry World, a close game against Seattle. And he made a big play late in the game that I thought won the game. But that's all he's got to show for 4 years is 1 playoff win. Donovan McNabb was pretty great. 5 NFC championship games. Wow. And now you're telling me, pay the man from a distance because you're being had by your Eagles blood. It's taking over your mind. It's taking over your brain. You don't even know what you're talking about, Donovan. Pay him what? Pay him $42 million? Yeah, just do that. It's the Cowboy hater in you talking, and it's definitely the Cowboy hater in Shannon Sharp, the president of the Cowboy Haters Club, talking. He wants Jerry Jones to do something even dumber than anything he's ever done in his life.
Skip, you know how this works. When Dak Prescott was drafted, 4th round, that slot, you normally get a 10% raise, 10 to 15% raise over the previous year. So if you just do that, forget what it's based on. Shouldn't he get a 10 to 15% raise over what Jared Goff and what Carson Wentz got? That's basically the starting point. You said he's better. But see, the problem that I have with you is that when I said he was that, you said no, he was better. Now it comes time to get paid, you say he's worse. You see, the thing is, Skip Bayless, Jerry Jones wants to compete. I believe Jerry Jones would have loved to have been a professional athlete, but he can't compete. But what he can do, he can compete against these players to get the contract. And so now Jerry Jones says, I won this contract. I got it for the price that I wanted to, and his agent didn't get what they wanted to. But Dak Prescott, because the thing is, Skip, at no point in time when he was underpaid did you say, Dak he's a franchise guy, he's gonna be around. Now it comes time to pay. Well, he did go 8-8. He's only won 1 playoff game. Well, how many playoff games did Tony Romo win in 12, 13 years? How many, Skip? Because this will only be Dak Prescott's 5th year. How many for Tony Romo? And Jerry Jones had no problem making him the highest paid player. Why? So what was so special about Romo? Oh, okay, I see. All right, I forgot Tony Romo shouldn't be grateful. An undrafted free agent starting quarterback. But Dak, you should be grateful. You should humble yourself and come back to the table and take what Jerry's offering. Dak Prescott, hold to your guns. Stick to your guns. Because Alex Smith, all you got to do is just go back and rewind the tape and look at Alex Smith. And they just did a story on him, I think he's 60, where they chronicle his trying to come back. You're not getting money. They don't pay $35, $40 million for quarterback with a leg looking like that. So Dak Prescott, they're basically giving you the franchise tag. They're betting against you, hoping that you have a worse year so the price will come down. Don't fall for it. Stick to your guns. You deserve it. You've been underpaid for 4 years. So if they overpay you for a year or two, call it even.
Shannon Sharp. Right now, reportedly, on the table for Dak Prescott is somewhere around $110 million guaranteed. 35-ish a year, maybe 36, with 110 guaranteed. Are you telling me that if he today, this afternoon, he could call Jerry, I'm coming in to sign. Let's do it. Let's throw a party tonight. He could sign, and he would immediately be guaranteed $110 million. Would Alex Smith like 110 right now, guaranteed? That could be taken care of for the rest of his life. And all of his 12 national TV commercials are right on schedule to be aired next year. He's going to make huge more income from national TV commercials than just about any other quarterback in the league.
Skip, Alex Smith was a first-round draft pick, was the #1 overall pick, so he got that